And what you should be seeing on your screen right now is GoFutureNow, Monday, July, even though it says Julio, should be July, so I'll change it. 18th, 2016. And this is the 5th intermediate class for today, okay? So last week, we looked at possessive pronouns, and we also looked at possessive adjectives, right? And we're going to start today's class by reviewing what we looked at in the last class. So I'm going to start by showing you a few sentences, and these sentences in blue over here, they have possessive adjectives. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them to possessive pronouns in order to show you the difference between the adjective and the pronoun, okay? And the possessive pronouns are the ones that are up here again. So mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. Those are the reflexive pronouns, right? Okay, so here we go. This is my notebook, changes to it is mine. So mine is the reflexive pronoun. My notebook, mine is the possessive adjective. That is your pencil, changes to it is yours. Yours is the reflexive pronoun. This is his pen. It is his. That is her game. It is hers. This is our house. It is ours. That is their computer. It is theirs. This is your pencil. It is yours. That is your laptop. It is yours. So if you see all of the sentences in the first part that are in the blue background with yellow writing, they all use possessive adjectives. But if we're going to use possessive pronouns or reflexive pronouns, then you change it to mine, yours, his on the right-hand side, on the yellow background with the blue. They both mean the same thing. I mean, they really say exactly the same thing. It's just a different way to say it. So on the left in the blue box, those are the adjectives. And on the right, these are the pronouns, okay? Let's look at the next group, right? Let's look at the next group. So this is their notebook, would change to it is theirs, right? That is her pencil. It is hers. This is her pen. It is hers. That is his store. It is his. This is their house. It is theirs. That is their computer. It is theirs. This is his pencil. It is his. And that is her laptop. It is hers. So there you have it again. Again, in the blue box with yellow writing, we have the possessive adjectives. And then in the yellow box or in the gold box with blue writing, you have the possessive pronouns or the reflexive pronouns, okay? So I'll leave it for like a minute so you can see it again. Again, this is what we worked on last week. So it's just a quick review. But if there are any questions, just put it on the chat and then we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it, okay? Okay, good. So now I'm going to go to the next page. And on this page, we're going to be looking at the possessive adjectives, right? So I'm going to put here possessive adjectives, and that's what we're going to be working on now. So let's take a look at the possessive adjectives on this page. So I'm going to start off with, we're doing the opposite, right? So now I'm showing you the possessive pronouns with mine, yours, his, hers, ours, right? But I'm going to change it to the adjective form. So I'm going the other way, right? So these are the possessive adjectives up here. My, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. Okay? So now I'm going to go the other way. So this notebook is mine. I change it to it is my notebook. See, that's the possessive adjective. That pencil is yours. It is your pencil, right? So you're using the possessive adjective. This pen is his. It is his pen. That game is hers. It is her game. This house is ours. It is our house. That computer is theirs. It is their computer. This pencil is yours. It is your pencil. That laptop is yours. It is your laptop. So there you have it. So here on the left, right, we have the possessive pronouns here, and on the right we have the possessive adjectives. Okay, so let's look at the other group here. This notebook is theirs. It is their notebook. That's how you would say it. That pencil is hers. It is her pencil. This pen is hers. It is her pen. That store is his. It is his store. This house is theirs. It is their house. That computer is theirs. It is their computer. This pencil is his. It is his pencil. And that laptop is hers. It is her laptop. Okay, so there you have it. So from here, we move from the possessive pronouns, we move to the possessive adjectives. So you can see the difference between the two. And it's very important to know the difference between the two because they're both very popular. So when people talk, they use both. They use the possessive pronouns, they use the possessive adjectives. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we know both and that we use both. So I'll leave this up for about a minute so that you can see it. And then if there's any questions, I'll look at the chat to make sure that I'm answering any questions that we might have. And then we're going to move on to today's lesson, right? So in today's lesson, we're going to be working with singular and plural nouns. So we're going to be doing a lot of vocabulary building today. Okay, but in the meantime, take a look at the screen. Let me know if there's any questions that you might have, and then we'll move forward, okay? All right, so I'm going to move forward. And today, this is what we're going to work on today. So we're going to work with plural nouns, and we're going to learn new vocabulary words while we do that. So while we work with the plural nouns, we're going to be doing new vocabulary. So what I'm going to ask is, as I'm going through these, use the chat. If you want to show me some answers, I'll look at the chat, right? And I'll see if it's correct, and I'll acknowledge the answer that you're putting on there. But a lot of this is vocabulary building. So what you should be doing is writing down the vocabulary and making sure you understand it, asking questions about the definition or what it means in Spanish, and then we're going to keep going. But we do have a lot of vocabulary words we're going to look at. Before we do the vocabulary words, though, I'm going to give the rules. These are the rules on how to make plural nouns. These rules are important. You can copy them if you want them. But as we practice today, I'm going to be repeating the rules. But these are the rules that you need to know in order to make nouns plural. So let's look at rule number one. Rule number 1, most nouns require an S at the end in order to change to the plural form. So most nouns, you just put an S at the end and it makes it plural. What's the second rule? Well, the second rule is nouns that end in S, SH, CH, X, or Z, they require ES at the end. So you have to put ES in order to make those nouns that end in S, SH, CH, X, and Z. In order to make them plural, you add ES. The next rule, if a noun ends in Y next to a consonant, it has to be next to a consonant, the Y changes to an I. And then you add ES, right? So that's rule number 3. If a noun ends in a Y next to a consonant, you want to change the Y to an I and add ES. Rule number 4, nouns ending in O next to a consonant, you add ES. That's the 4th rule. So if a noun ends in an O next to a consonant, you want to add ES to make it plural. And rule number 5, if nouns end in an F or FE, they're usually changed to plural by adding VES. So you got to change, I'm going to fix this right here really quick, but you have to change the ending to VES, okay? So there it is. Change the ending to VES. And then rule 6 is that you have to memorize the irregular nouns. So when it comes to irregular nouns, there is no rule that you can just remember to know how to change all of them. You got to learn each one, okay? So those are all the rules. Usually you're going to add an S. If it finishes in S, SH, CH, X, or Z, you add ES at the end. If it's Y next to a consonant, you drop the Y, you add IES. If it finishes with O next to a consonant, you're going to add ES after the O. If it finishes in F or FE, change the ending, change it to VES. So you take off the F, you take off the FE, and you add VES at the end. And irregular nouns, you need to learn them so that you know how to spell them when they're plural. So I'll leave that up for like a minute in case you're copying, and then I'll move on to the next slide. All right. So here we go. We're going to move on to the next slide. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start giving you all of the nouns that we're going to be working with today. First, I'm going to give you the nouns in singular. Then I'm going to give them to you in plural. When I give them in singular, I'm giving them more so that you know what they mean. And then in plural, so you know how to change them. Some of them are pretty simple, so I think most of you will know, but there might be a few that you don't. So if you don't know a particular noun, let me know what it means, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, here we go. Spoon. The first one is spoon. Fork. Fork. Knife. Knife. Plate. Plate. Cup. Cup. Glass. Glass. Napkin. Napkin. Kitchen. Kitchen. Okay, so those are the first 8 vocabulary words there, the first 8 nouns. If you see, they all have to do it kind of like with the kitchen, things like that. So I try to keep them in little themes to make them easier. Let's look at the next 8. House, apartment, street, car, bus, plane, road, and sidewalk. Okay, there you have it. So those are the next 8. If there's any questions, let me know. If there's any word that you don't understand, let me know. Because now we're going to move on to making them plural. All right, so let's make these plural. The first one, spoon. To make spoon plural, you follow the regular rule. You just add an S. So spoon changes to spoons. Fork changes to forks. Same rule. You only add an S. Number 3 is different. That's the FE rule, right? If we have FE, how do we change it? We have to get rid of the FE and you add VES. So knife changes to knives. Knives. That's how it changes, right? Plate changes to plates. Cup, cups. And here we have another one. Double S, or if it finishes in S, you add ES. So glass changes to glasses. Napkin changes to napkins. And kitchen changes to kitchens. Okay, so there you have it. So we have a few that you only add S. Knife, if it finishes in FE, you got to get rid of the FE, you add VES, right? If it finishes in S, you have to add ES. Everything else, you just add an S. Okay? So there you have it. First 8 vocabulary words in singular and in plural. So we have them in singular and then we have them in plural. Now we have the next 8 words. House changes to houses. Apartment changes to apartments with an S. Street changes to streets with an S. Car changes to cars. Now bus, it already finishes with an S, so we have to follow the rule. Buses, ES, right? Plane changes to planes with an S. Road changes to roads. And sidewalk changes to sidewalks. There you have it. So now you have all 16. So I'm going to leave these up and I'm going to make sure that everybody understands what they all mean. I want you to understand what all of these words mean here, all the singular words, right? Here as well, all of the singular words. But then I also want you to know how to change them to plural. So let me know if there's any questions. I see that Felipe just joined us. Hi Felipe, how are you? So let's take a look at them. So do we know all of the vocabulary at this point? Do we know what they all mean? If you don't, put it on the chat. Let me know which word you don't understand, and then we will talk about it. Okay? So while I give you the opportunity to put your questions on the chat, I'm going to read them one more time, a little bit quicker, so you can hear the pronunciation when people are speaking. So for example, spoon, spoons. Fork, forks. Knife, knives. Plate, plates. Cup, cups. Glass, glasses. Napkin, napkins. Kitchen, kitchens. House, houses. Apartment, apartments. Street, streets. Car, cars. Bus, buses. Plane, planes. Road, roads. Sidewalk, sidewalks. There you have it. Okay. So I don't see any questions. So I'm guessing that we understand all of these words and we know them. So I'm going to move on to the next one. But if there is a question, send it at any time and then I will stop and we'll talk about it. All right. Here are the next group of words. Teacher, student, class, school, book, notebook, pen, pencil. Right? So there's your first 8 words. They all have to do with like the classroom or being in a class, right? So we have those 8 words, right? Here we go. They're right here. Now we move on to the other side. Beach, wave, towel, beverage, umbrella, t-shirt, hat, sandal. Okay, so there you have the other 8 words here. And these have to do, with going to the beach. A lot of things just going to the beach or being out in the sun. So that's what you have there, okay? So there we have all the 8 words. Do we know what they all mean? Have we heard all of these words before? All right. So to make these plural, let's take a look at these words really quick. Which are going to be regular? Teacher is going to be regular, right? Student, class is not. So I'm going to ask this question to the chat. How would you change class? I want somebody to write in the chat. Write class in plural. School is irregular. That'll be okay. Book is fine, and notebook is the same. That'll be okay. Pen and pencil is going to be regular, meaning all you do is add an S. But what about class? Class is going to be different. So can somebody write class in plural on the chat? Beach is going to be different too, right? Because it finishes in CH. So if you finish in CH, is different. Wave is regular. Towel is regular. Beverage is regular too. Umbrella is going to be regular. T-shirt, hat, and sandals. All of those are going to be fine. You're just going to add S. So can somebody give me class and beach? How would you write those in plural? How would you write the words class and beach in plural? Good, right. So class is going to be classes. You have to add the ES. And beach is going to be the same thing, right? So how would you write beach in plural? You have to add ES to the end of it. So I'll give it to you guys in the chat. There you have, you would have beaches. All right, so now I'm going to give all of these to you in plural, and I'm going to read them. So teacher, teachers, student, students, class, classes, school, schools, book, books, notebook, notebooks, hen, hens, pencil, pencils, beach, beaches, wave, waves, towel, towels, beverage, beverages, umbrella, umbrellas, t-shirt, t-shirts, hat, hats, and sandal, sandals. There you have it. So you have a couple of classroom words, a couple of going to the beach or being out in the sun words here, right? And you have them in singular and then you have them in plural. Okay, if there's no questions and we understand them all, we're going to move to the next group of words. There's a lot of words I'm giving you today, so make sure you're copying them down. So here's the next group of words. Tie, dress, hand, arm, leg, foot, face, belt. Okay, those are the first 8 words. They all have to do with clothes, right? Tie, dress, belt, or body. Hand, arm, leg, foot, face. Okay, so which ones are the regulars and which ones are special cases? So tie is going to be fine. That's going to be a regular. You add S. Okay. Dress is not, though, and we should know dress already. If it finishes in S, you got to add ES. Hand is regular, arm is regular, leg is regular. Foot is not. So I'm going to ask this question to you guys. How do you write foot in plural? It's irregular. Foot is irregular. So you have to show me how to write foot in plural. Face is fine and belt is fine. You only add S. While I wait for that answer, I'm going to give you the other 8 words over here. I'm going to give you the other 8 words. So here we go. Window, door, couch, chair, table, desk, light bulb, switch. Okay, so there you go. Now you have the next 8. These have to do with like a house or a room or a living room, right? A lot of words like that here. And that is correct. So foot is irregular. In plural, it would be feet. So that is very good. And then here we have windows regular, doors regular. Couch is not. If it finishes in CH, you add ES, right? So couches. Chair is regular and table and desk, light bulb, and switch again would be ES, right? So that one wouldn't be regular. Okay, I'm going to give it to you in plural, and then I'll wait to see if there's any words that you don't understand what they mean. But if you understand them all, then good. Okay, so here we go. Tie, ties. Dress, dresses. Hand, hands. Arm, arms. Leg, legs. Foot, feet. Face, faces. Belt, belts. Okay, there you have it. We have a question. Light bulb over here. Light bulb is bombillo. Light bulb. Light is luz. Bulb is el bombillo. Light bulb junto is un bombillo, right? So people will say, I have to change the light bulb. Tengo que cambiar el bombillo. Very good. Let's keep going with plural on this side. So let's do the plural words on this side. Window, windows, door, doors, couch, couches, chair, chairs, table, tables, desk, desks, light bulb, light bulbs, switch, switches. Okay, there you have them. So you have them all singular and plural. Okay, so that's our third group. We have 3 more groups to go. I'm giving you a lot of words today, so there's still more to go. Any questions with any of these? We know what they all mean, right? Switch, light bulb, right? The switch is where you need to click it on or click it off in order to turn on the light bulb or turn off the light bulb. That's the switch. Okay. Good. All right. So if there's no questions, we're going to move on to the next group of words. Here we go. Child, which is irregular, we'll see. Man, also irregular. We have a lot of irregular ones here. Woman, that's how you say it. Woman, woman. Person. Tooth. Headache. Mouse. Cousin. Cousin. Okay, there you have it. This one, I did a lot of irregular here. I did a lot of irregular. Child is irregular, man, woman, and person, and tooth. All of these here are irregular. Headache is fine. You just add an S. Mouse is irregular, and cousin, you just add an S, okay? So make sure you know what they all mean. I'm going to give you the other 8. And then I'm going to give you the plural. Here we go with the other 8. Sister, brother, niece, nephew, father, mother, wish, kiss. Okay, so a little bit mixed, right? I did a lot of family here, and then I did 2 other words that they have a special rule. You put es, wish, and kiss. Okay, so you have a couple different words here. So do we know what they all mean? First of all, let me know if you know what they all mean, or if you have any question on any of these. If you need the definition for any of these. If not, we'll move on and we will work on making these plural. Okay. So let's start working on making these plural. Child is children. Man is men. That's how you pronounce it, men. Woman is women, women. No se pronuncia como se escribe. Women. So woman is singular, women, women, plural. Person, people. Tooth changes to teeth. Headache, headaches. Mouse is irregular, changes to mice. And cousin changes to cousins. Okay, there you have it. So you have your first 8 in plural. Here's your other 8 in plural. Sister changes to sisters. Brother changes to brothers. Niece changes to nieces. And nephew changes to nephews. Father changes to fathers. Mother changes to mothers. And wish changes to wishes. Kiss changes to kisses. Okay, so there you have them all. Singular, singular, and plural, plural. So do we know what they all mean? And we know how to change them. So with the irregular ones, if you didn't know these, you have to kind of memorize them. You got to learn them. You got to learn how to write them and then learn how to pronounce them as well. Okay, that's going to be very important. All right, we have a few more words to go. So if there's no specific question about any of these, then my understanding is that you know it, you understand it, you know what they mean. So I'm going to move on to the next 16 words. Let's go with the first 8. Tomato, right? So this one finishes in O. We haven't done this yet. So this one finishes in O. So special rule. When it finishes in O next to a consonant, you have to add ES. Wife, special rule, right? Finishes in FE. When it finishes in FE, you want to change it to VES. Husband. Lady. That one. Y next to a consonant. Y next to a consonant. Drop the Y, IES, right? City. Same thing. Y next to a consonant. Pass. That one's also a special case, right? ES, because it finishes in S. Copy, right? That's a special case. And sandwich, that's a special case. So you have a lot of you have to remember the rules here, right? Because a lot of these are not just a simple S. A lot of these, you have to do something different to make them plural. Other side, exercise, exercise. Echo, right? Echo. Potato, potato. So I'm giving you a couple with O. See that? You got an O here. You got an O here next to a consonant. Next to a consonant. That's a special rule. Rug, tray, leaf. That's a special rule too. This one is not. This one's okay because it's a Y, but it's next to a vowel. It's not next to a consonant. But this one, it finishes in F. So that's a special rule. Leaf is a special rule. Butterfly. That's a special rule too, because L is a consonant. Thief, special rule, finishes in an F. Okay? Do we know what they all mean? Do you know all of these words? Let me know if there's any words you do not know or you've never heard of before. As you do that, I'm going to start showing you the plural so you guys can copy them down. All right, tomato in plural, tomatoes. ES finishes in O, you add ES. Wife, wives. Wives. So you say it, wives. You take away the F and the E and you add VES, wives. Husband, husbands with an S. Lady, ladies, IES. Take away the Y, you add IES, ladies. City, cities, same thing. Take away the Y, IES. Pass, passes, passes, right? You add ES. Copy, copies, copies. You add IES. Sandwich, Sandwiches, es at the end, okay? So there you have it, all in plural. A lot of these special rules. A lot of them have special rules. Husband is regular. That's it. Everything else special rule. Add es, take away the y, ies. Add es, take away the y, ies. Same thing. Take away the fe, ves. All right, and then add es here. All right, good. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at the other words on the right-hand side. Exercise changes to exercises. Echo changes to echoes. That's a special rule. Potato changes to potatoes. Rug changes to rugs. Tray changes to trays. You see here, you leave it alone because it's y next to a vowel. So you don't have to drop the y, add ies. When it's next to a vowel, it's okay. You leave it alone. You just add the s to make it plural. Leaf changes to leaves. Butterfly changes to butterflies. And thief changes to thieves. Thieves, that's how you say it. So we have a couple special cases here. Echo changes to echoes, es. Potato, potatoes, es. Leaf, you drop the f and you put ves, leaves. Butterfly, you drop the y and you add ies, butterflies. And thief, you drop the f and you add ves, okay? So those are the next ones. I think we have one more. We have one more group of words. How are we doing so far? So we understand what all of these mean. We got the definition for all of these. Okay. I'm going to move on to my last group of words. Another 8 and then 16. So here's my next 8. Day. Latch. That's a nice one, right? Latch. These are mixed, so there's no specific theme. These are just some extra words that I didn't want to do without. Half. Lady. We did lady before. That's a duplicate. We did that one. Toy. Key. Church. And then we have friend. So latch is like it's like a lock in your door. In your door, you have the regular lock in the door handle, but then you have like un petillo, right? Like the big lock. That's a latch. That's what a latch is. I believe in Spanish the best word to describe it would be como un petillo, which is the kind of the heavy duty locks on a door. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. If I don't know if there's another word for it. All right, but that's the Spanish word that I know for it. Right, un petillo. All right, let me give you the next 8. Computer, laptop, ear, letter, mosquito, curtain, world, and company. Okay, we have those. Kate, did you get latch? Wonder if you got it or not. If not, I'll show you a picture of it. when we're done with this page, if you didn't get it, what I'll do is I'll get a picture of it and I'll show you what it is. Okay, so let's look at these in plural, and let me know if okay, good. I'm glad you got it. And then let me know if there's any others that you don't. Yeah, that's it. Pestillo. That's it. I don't say it with S though. I say pestillo. I don't know if that's true. I'm probably saying it wrong. Good. Perfect. So let me know if there's any others that you don't know. Let's look at these in plural. Day changes to days. Latch, CH, right? ES at the end. Latches. Half. Halves. Listen to it again. Halves. Lady. Ladies. So we repeated that one. Toy is toys. Key. Keys. Church. Churches. Friend. Friends. Computer. Computers. Laptop. Laptops. Ear. Ears. Letter. Letters. Mosquito. Mosquitoes. No, that one I'm gonna fix, because that one needs to be ES, and I'll fix it in a second. Curtain. Curtains. World. Oh, sorry. Let me just change it real quick. Okay, there we go. So we were in mosquitoes. That's correct now. ES. Curtain. Curtains. World. Worlds. And company. Companies. There you have it. Okay. So we had a couple of different ones here. Latches is one. Halves with a VES. That's another one that we want to be aware of. Churches here. Now look at this one. Be careful here. Toy and keys. It's a vowel. So next to a vowel, you don't change it to IES. You leave it like that. What else was irregular here? Look, this one here. Mosquitoes, ES. That's the one that I had to fix. And company is companies, IES. Okay. So there we have them all there. I'm gonna change this lady one, because I don't want to have something repeating. So we had some computer stuff. So maybe I'll put calculator, right? Calculator, and then that'll be a regular one. That'll be calculators. There we go. That's a little better. So we're not repeating it. We're not repeating ourselves. Okay. So there you have it. Those are all the words that I'm giving you today. You are going to have some homework with this. The homework is actually fairly simple, but what I want you to do too is, if there were any words you didn't learn them, because I'm going to use these words in future classes. I'm going to use these words to make sentences. So I'm going to make sure you keep looking at them over and over again. But you're going to work with the homework, which also has the same words. So this is what the homework is, and the homework is a really good one to see if you really understand some of the higher level words that we had and how to change them to plural. So you're going to use each of the following words, and you're going to use it only one time. So you can't use the same word more than once. And you're going to complete the sentences that I'm going to show you in a minute over here. But for some of them, depending on the sentence, you might have to change these to plural. So you need to know when to change it to plural, okay? So for example, if the sun is too bright, you will need to close the blank. You got to find the word that best fits, and then you have to decide if the word should be singular or plural, right? Same thing with number 2. In autumn, all the blank fall from the trees. Number 3, if you yell while on a mountain, you may hear an blank. Kind of giving you a hint here. If you know how to work with a and, you kind of have an idea of what the word is. Okay, a little bit of a hint there. I am going to the store to purchase a cold blank. Wearing a blank helps you keep your pants on your waist. I enjoy wearing blank in the summer instead of shoes. The blank to turn on the light is often found on the wall by the entrance. I need a blank of this document as soon as possible. They are repairing the blank in front of my house. And number 10, I need a blank in order to wipe my mouth. So you can go copying them now. What I'm going to do is I am going to email you guys after this class is over. I'm going to send you an email, and I'm going to send this to you in email so you can see it. I'm going to send it as a picture, so you should be able to see it on your email. And what you're going to do is you're going to give me the right answers. You're going to send it to me, and then I'll respond with the correct answer so that you can check your work, okay? But I really want you to try this one. I want you to try it because this is a very good practice for you. All right? So you know what? I'm going to keep moving. That way you guys can just get it through email. You don't have to copy it all down. We have our advanced class in 2 days, so don't forget. We have our advanced class on the 20th, and these classes are getting a little bit more, we're getting a little bit more in depth. So if you found a lot of this stuff easy so far, it's going to keep getting, more and more difficult as we keep going. So, stick with it. And if you come on Wednesday, you'll probably see a little bit more of that higher level stuff that I'm talking about. All right, guys. Here's my email address. You guys know it by this point. That's where you're going to send your homework. And if anybody wants to take these classes, they want to join us, you're also going to let them know that that's where they should write. Yeah. Okay, I have to answer that question. So there's the website. The class for Saturday, yeah, we had a good one on Saturday. We're going to be giving you guys the videos. Katia, we're going to give you all the videos of the classes. So what we're working on right now, we're working on a web page that has all of the videos together. Okay, so that should be ready. You know what? I was looking at it, and I think we're just making some final changes, but it's practically done. It's almost ready. So you're going to have it this week, I'm sure, and you'll see that class, and you'll see everything else on there too. So don't worry, you'll get it. You won't miss it. All right. Any other questions? All right, guys. So I'm gonna sign off if there's no other questions, and so that I have the time to go into the email and send you guys the homework. And I want you guys to work on the homework. You have 24 hours to get it done. So I want you guys to get the homework done right away. Okay, get it to me within a day, and then I'll send you the correct answers back. Oh, you're welcome. All right, Katia, Felipe, thank you for being with us today. Don't forget to send your homework. I'll be emailing you guys right now. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.